I was packing up my gear after a day of fishing for bluefish. Early that morning I had driven my 1979 International Scout from Katama Beach on Martha's Vineyard to Wasky Point on Chappaquiddick Island, over a 3-mile barrier beach that connects the two islands. A woman who looked to be about 50 years old, alone in her four-wheel drive vehicle, stopped for a chat with one of the fishermen I was standing with at the Wasky Rip. To me, she was elderly. She told us she was heading out to Cape Pogue for the night to fish for striped bass. From where we stood, Cape Pogue is another 7 miles of desolate beach driving on rough-cut roads through the dunes, and before the 1980s, there was no beach management at night. It's a barrier beach, Cape Pogue Bay on one side, Nantucket Sound on the other. I stood wide-eyed. I was impressed that all she had with her was her fishing gear, a thermos of coffee, and a sandwich. It was unusual to see a woman fishing on the beach. The idea of spending a night alone on a desolate beach in search of striped bass filled me with anxiety. A shiver of fear ran down my spine, but at the same time I felt excitement and got an adrenaline surge. At that moment, I wanted to be her. Becoming a respected surf fisherman has been a challenge. My first memories are vague, but I remember wanting to become a great fisherman, not a woman fisherman separated by gender, but just a respected fisherman. I knew that I was as capable as any man of catching and landing a large fish. It took many years to prove to myself and to the male-dominated fishing community that I could make this come true. I've had many scary nights alone on the beach in search of a huge creature that I longed to know. As I think back over 4 decades, I'm not sure why I didn't give up after being frightened half out of my wits. I've learned that giving up is not something I do. During the off-season, from December until mid-April, I live a normal life. I work, clean the house, and cook dinners, walk the dog, pay my bills, and take care of everyday business. Come April, the first time I get my fishing rod out of its winter storage and stand in the surf up to my thighs to cast, I exhale. It feels as though I've been holding my breath for the last 5 months. My posture changes, my face relaxes, most of the aches and pains in my body melt away. I feel serene, focused, and safe. I'm home. It's the meditative place similar to where gardeners go when they kneel in the dirt and dig their fingers in the soil. People who crochet or make quilts go to that place as they sit for hours and sew thousands of tiny stitches. Musicians get lost in the chords and notes. Golfers know that place of peace when they chase a little white ball around the greens. My doctor told me that when he skis, he no longer thinks of all his responsibilities, and his mind becomes calm and quiet. For me, it's fishing. Standing in the surf, casting my lure towards the horizon, I feel like I am the woman I'm meant to be. As I watch a sun rise or set, rain or shine, all those important things that have been occupying my mind become trivial. I feel small under the light of the moon and a ceiling of bright stars. When I'm fishing, I feel alive and right size. After 4 decades, fishing is not something I do. It's part of my being. It's who I am. My life becomes meaningful, and I feel part of my surroundings. I never thought about fishing from a boat. I worked as a waitress for 20 years and then as a fish taxidermist for the next 30. And on my wages, purchasing a boat was out of the question. When I first got interested in surf fishing, buying a rod and a few lures was challenging enough. In 1912, Charles Church caught an International Game Fish Association, the IGFA, world record striped bass weighing 73 pounds off of Cuttyhunk Island, Massachusetts. In 1967, Charlie Cinto from Plymouth, Massachusetts, tied that record. Both fish were taken from a boat in the waters around Cuttyhunk. In 1981, 14 years later, Another 73-pound striped bass caught from a beach on Cape Cod by Tony Stetsko Jr.